Hey, this is Firefighter Justin Moon from Station 65, and you're watching Report on Conditions.
On today's episode, we're taking you to a 21-acre vegetation fire in the city of Jurupa Valley, and we'll provide a brief update on acreage and containment for the active fires within the county.
Engine 1 with report on conditions.
Hi, I'm Maggie Klein De La Rosa. Thanks for tuning in to today's Report on Conditions. Let's take this time to look over last week's call statistics. From June 23rd through June 29th, your firefighters responded to a total of 3,751 calls for service. Of those calls, 2,880 were medical emergencies, and 115 were fire-related calls. Let's take a look at a few calls that occurred during that time period. On Monday, June 23rd, firefighters were called to a commercial structure fire near the intersection of 2nd Street and Highway 74 in Menifee. The first arriving company officer confirmed a well-established fire in a tire repair shop. The flames quickly made their way into a neighboring residence and restaurant, prompting the incident commander to request a second alarm of resources. In total, 5 residents were displaced and assisted by the American Red Cross. Firefighters remained on scene for several hours performing overhaul and salvage. No injuries were reported. Just after 4 p.m. on Wednesday, June 25th, firefighters were dispatched to a reported vegetation fire near the intersection of Pedley Road and Granite Hill Road in Jurupa Valley. The first arriving chief officer reported 2 separate 2-acre vegetation fires within the area. Utilizing engines, bulldozers, hand crews, and aircraft, firefighters held both fires to a total of 21 acres. Firefighters remained on scene throughout the night and into the next day, mopping up hotspots and strengthening control lines. At around 3:30 in the morning on Sunday, June 29th, dispatchers received reports of a vegetation fire near the intersection of Highway 86 Expressway and Avenue 66 in Thermal. The first arriving engine company reported half an acre of heavy fuels burning at a moderate rate of spread, with immediate threats to critical infrastructure. With quick work, crews held the fire to 1 acre and remained on scene for a few hours, performing heavy mop-up to prevent reignition. At the time of this writing, 3 vegetation fires are active throughout Riverside County. Wolf Fire. The Wolf Fire was reported just after 3 p.m. on Sunday, June 29th, near the intersection of Old Banning Idlewild Road and Wolf's Kill Truck Trail south of Banning. As of this writing, the fire is 2,414 acres and 40% contained. Menifee Fire. On that same day, the Menifee Fire was reported just after 3:30 p.m. near the intersection of Mindy Lane and DeCourcy Road in Awonga. Currently, it's mapped at 109 acres and is 99% contained. Jurupa Fire. The Jurupa Fire was reported at 11:30 a.m. on Monday, June 30th, near the intersection of Juniper Road and Ida Leona Road in unincorporated Paris. At this time, it's burned 755 acres and is 95% contained.
Hi, my name is Christian Prieto, Fire Apparatus Engineer. Today we have multiple engineers coming into the unit from COA that just recently graduated. COA stands for Company Officer Orientation. The COA is a training program that the state of California, CAL FIRE, puts on in Ione and throughout the state for new applicants and newly promoted firemen. This is unique to Riverside. With the new operators coming in the unit, they learn the apparatus that we have here in the unit. They learn how to drive them and also how to pump them. In week 1, they learn how to drive our apparatus that we have in our fleet. From there, they learn about the command and control, running an incident, and then week 2, they transition over into the hydraulics portion where we dive a little bit deeper. We explain the how and why behind hydraulics, why we're pumping certain lines at certain pressures, learning different water supply, different ways to calculate how much water we have left in our hydrants and know what they can and can't support. In Ione, they get a basic foundation of basic hydraulics, and then when they come down here to Riverside, when they're assigned here, we give them a little bit more. We build on top of that foundation and dive a little bit deeper into the world of hydraulics. In this unit, it's a pretty diverse unit in case of the different types of occupancies we have. We have a lot of commercials. It's very busy. There's a lot more demand. CAL FIRE, we're an all-risk fire department, and here in the Riverside unit, we're unique compared to other units in the sense that we have all types of fires throughout our unit. Commercial fires, is 2-story to single-story to wildland fires to vehicle fires. It's a very active unit. Coming into this program as a new engineer, the COO program helped me gain the confidence, helped me with the ability to do my job more efficiently.
Hello, I'm Riverside County Fire Chief Bill Weiser. Fireworks cause traumatic injuries and even kill. Fireworks start fires that destroy property. They also have emotionally traumatic impacts on veterans that have served our country. Loud noises by fireworks frighten our beloved pets. Thousands of children are injured each year by illegal fireworks. Any person or persons that cause a wildfire by using fireworks will be held responsible for all fire suppression costs and will have fines included up to $5,000. We encourage our residents to take advantage of public fireworks shows throughout the county. To find an event near you, visit rvcfire.org.
That's all for this week's Report on Conditions. Follow your firefighters in action on our social media at CalFireRRU and stay up to date on incidents happening countywide. If you caught any great footage of our firefighters at work or out in the community, send them to us at rrupio@fire.ca.gov. On behalf of your Public Affairs and Community Education Bureau, I'm Maggie Klein de la Rosa. Thanks for watching.